Hola, Houston. Welcome to Viva Magazine Live. I'm Blanca Blanco, and this is the place where we celebrate the voices, the talent, and the stories of our vibrant Latino community. Today, we're turning up the volume with one of Houston's most exciting musical talents. Joining us is the incredibly gifted Max Rios, along with his dynamic band, the Waysiders. They've been making waves with a sound that blends passion, culture, and rhythm, capturing the true heartbeat of our city. And with that, we're going to take a quick break to hear a word from our generous sponsor, Commissioner Adrian Garcia. And when we come back, we'll give a warm Viva Magazine welcome to Max Rios and the Waysiders. So don't go away. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Viva Magazine Live. I'm here at Up Above Studios right here in Houston's East End, and we're here with Max Rios and the Waysiders, joined by Joe Lopez Jr. and Odie Rodriguez. Joe Lopez on the drums and Odie Rodriguez on bass. Gentlemen, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Yes, absolutely.
Glad to be here.
So let's just get started, Max. So take us back. How did your journey begin in music?
As far as I can remember being a little kid, all I thought about was music. And probably the first influence I had was my mom's records, her record collection,
Yeah.
which I still have.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
she was.
What did she play?
No, she was just an American teenager.
Yeah.
From the 50s. So she had Richie Valens. I still have the original Delphi 45. Jose Alfredo Jimenez, Chuck Berry. All the old rock and roll. She was a product of Houston, Texas. So, she was a teenager. So everything she collected. As a little kid, I would get those 45s and play them on my Mickey Mouse, little white Mickey Mouse turntable.
Yeah.
So that I would say that would be my very first introduction to music. And like I said, as far as back I can remember, that's all I've thought about music. So,
Wow.
So
So it was in your blood.
somehow I don't know where that comes, where the delusion comes from, but I would say that's the first physical thing of being able to say, okay, put it on, play it again, and being infectious with that was the first.
That was your first musical influences.
Introduction, first introduction,
So, Max, your band is named the Waysiders, okay, which is an unusual name, the Waysiders. So, what's the story behind that?
I would say I wanted to represent the neighborhood. That's the obvious.
Wayside Drive, right here.
We're from the East End here, and I just thought Wayside represents Houston, but it sounded. I wanted like Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, Max Rios and the Waysiders, Bob Marley and the Wailers.
Yeah.
Max Rios and the Waysiders. So I thought it had that ring, and also it's a double entendre where I always consider myself an underdog. And so the people that fall by the wayside get on the wayside wagon, and we'll take you with you. So it's a double meaning. But I wanted to also say represent the neighborhood and take the neighborhood everywhere we went to play.
Yeah. Well, you certainly have done that. So, how did this group come together? How did y'all band together, you guys?
Well, I've known Tim for a number of years from the early '90s. We used to play in a different market. We played in a Tejano music market, and that's where we knew each other. And then we had we go separate ways after a number of years, and then later on we reconnect, and then we were able to play some what we call rock en español, Spanish rock.
Yes.
We played some of that, and then he started this project, and then he invited me to participate, and that's how I came across it.
And so Max is the glue to all this. He started all. He's the driver behind everything. All the different projects that he's included us in. It's always been him driving us.
Yeah. So how has Houston shaped your sound and identity? Because you have a unique sound.
I have to believe that it's a bunch of different influences. You know, there's country, there's blues, there's rock, there's Tejano, because we played in a Tejano band.
Right.
So you have that Latino thing in there. And it's funny because when I play the music back to other people, they hear other influences that I don't hear.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I played the new song, Record Store Days, to someone that said, it sounds country. And I'm like, there's no steel guitar or anything, but it's the, I guess, all the ingredients that I made a shirt, because when people see me, you know, a different place, well, what kind of music do you play? It's hard to describe, you know?
Yeah.
So I said, well, you know what? It's chorizo. It's everything. It's everything that influenced us.
Yes.
And, you know, being in Houston, there's a wide variety, even in the East End, you know,
Right.
the blues circuit was so huge, you know, back in the 50s and 40s, you know, there's a lot of blues market, and the country music market, and then the Tejano market. So
Right.
all that somehow factors in. It gets put into the stew.
A person that hears your band for the first time, what do you think how would they describe the sound to other folks?
I call it Tex Americana
Yeah.
because it's a blend of Tex-Mex. Tex-Mex can be overused, and it's Americana in the regards to, I'm a rock and roll dude. I've always liked rock and roll. Even, like I said, I listened to my mom's records. She had Chuck Berry, she had all that. So rock and roll is in there. There's Americana in the Tom Petty
Yeah.
type thing, but it's also, there's a Tex-Mex thing.
Yeah.
You know, that I think it's all blended in. It's hard for me to describe. That's why I always say chorizo.
Chorizo music has everything
has
in
everything
it.
in
A
it.
little bit of
It's
everything.
a little bit of everything, and I don't do it intentionally. It's
Yeah.
not like I want to garnish and say, oh, I'm gonna put this to make it sound.
Yeah.
It just comes out that way.
Yes.
And like I said, there's no intention to say, oh, I want to make a country song.
Right.
Well, you know, sometimes it's directed with the instruments and the instrumentation and the arrangements. It comes out like that directly.
Right.
But like Waysiding it's a good example of just an amalgamation of different styles. Even drumming,
Right.
it's a little bit of a Cajun thing and a little bit of a cumbia.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a hybrid.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I was just gonna ask you about that, because how do you incorporate Latino influences into your music? And you just said, you know, I
think it's already. I don't.
How does that show up?
I think it just comes out.
Yeah.
I think that I don't intentionally say, you know, I'm gonna go out and arrange a song like
yeah.
this. You know, we've done that in the past. We say we're
Yeah.
haciendo ranchera una polka. You know, and say,
Right, right.
and it's kind of a strict structure
Yeah.
where this is not. This is kind of a preen of all the styles, and I have a good friend of mine. I'm gonna drop a name, Joel Guzman. He says, Max, you're kind of doing your own thing, and he says, I hate to break your heart, but it's going to take a long time because you're creating your own genre in a sense. And he's always like, you're not catering to any specific lane.
Right.
So he's like, basically, be patient because it may never happen.
Yes,
you know,
yeah.
basically, you know, what is he thought you might be doing this all the time by yourself, you know? But it just, I don't feel like I want to, especially at my age. I just want to play.
You just
And
want to
whatever
play
comes out,
music,
comes out.
yeah.
And
Well, I was going to ask Joe. Joe, you're the drummer. How do you bring your own style and energy into the band sound? I mean, because I was watching you play just a while ago, and you were like into it, right? So.
Yeah, well, fortunately, playing in this group, it affords me the liberty to do what I feel comes out of me, right?
Right.
You know, and speaking of influences, I know I grew up listening to bands like Toto, an amazing drummer, and Jeff Porcaro, of course, like rock music like Rush and Neil Peart. Listening to those guys, those were the ones that influenced, you know, and shaped the way I talk across the drum set. And so when you get the liberty to, hey Joe, what would you do in this part? You kind of just pull from the archives. What kind of comes
The archives
out?
in your head.
And there you go. And that's what I've been able to
Yeah.
bring to certain songs with Max.
Well, when I was watching y'all play, y'all looked like y'all were having a great time. I mean, y'all were just enjoying the music that y'all were playing. Y'all were just so free. It just looked like
That's important.
Yeah.
That's important.
So I want to get to Odie. Odie, you are the bass player. Eggs. So they call the bass player the heartbeat of the rhythm section, right? So what do you enjoy most about performing with this group?
It's always been a pleasure to lock in with both of them. Joe has one of the most steady feet per foot in the industry, and it's real easy to lock in with Joe. And Max has played bass in the past.
Yeah.
So when he plays guitar, he has a little bit more of a rhythm feel to it. So
right.
It's easy to lock in with both of them. And
yeah.
I just enjoy it.
Yeah, well, y'all, like I said, y'all seem like y'all were having a lot of fun over there. So Max, so get back to you. What has been a defining moment for you and the band so far? Tell me or talk to me about a defining moment for you and the band.
I think we played Green Hall a few years ago, and we got a chance to play on the main stage opening for, I can't remember the guy's name anymore. For me, that was...
Where's Green Hall?
Green Hall is in Green, Texas.
Okay.
It's the oldest operating dance hall in Texas.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place. I mean, it's a simple place.
Yeah.
But it's just, for a musician...
But you would think they would play country there.
They do.
Okay.
They do. Yeah, they have country. Yeah. They have a variety. Every now and then they'll bring a rock act in, but it's mostly country.
Mm-hmm.
And so a few years back, we got on a roll. We did 12 times in a row, once a month. And that was just a real highlight. Once we played on the main stage, and I looked out at the crowd, and as a matter of fact, we filmed the Waysiders video, and there's crowd shots of that. For me, I've always been a support personnel in the band, a promoter, bass player, roadie.
Yeah,
I've done all the jobs nobody wants to do.
Right, you're the jack of all trades. Right?
Yeah. So for me to have my own group, to record my own music, and to get on that particular stage, Billy Bob's is the next hallmark I want to hit.
Yeah.
But and then once I got off and I'm watching the main act, and then he says my name, thank you.
Yeah.
And that was like, man, that was just
wow. That was a wow moment. Yeah.
That was a wow moment.
That's
that was
awesome.
Like, wow, this is it. It was exhilarating. It's just like, wow, all this hard work.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
a
a one-time thing. We've done it. We've played the main stage twice, opening up for other acts.
Yeah.
But it to me is a benchmark to try to get to that level, and play and play in front of those crowds, and that crowd is a music crowd. They come to listen and to see what band is going to break out.
Yeah.
Because even when we played, like the other times we played on the floor in the matinee shows. And there's people from all over the world that come to Green Hall, and they want to see who's going to break out next. So they're just a very inviting and a great crowd to play for, and they're very attentive and it makes you up your game because they're sitting there watching you.
Yeah.
And
Max, that sounded like a great moment.
It was.
Yeah, I bet it was. So we're going to hear more from Max. Stay with us. There'll be more music and more stories that you won't want to miss, so we'll be right back. Welcome back to Viva Magazine Live, and we're here with Max Rios and the Waysiders. And so I am so thrilled to interview you guys. Y'all are so exciting. So Max, we're going to get right into it. What projects are you currently working on right now?
Okay, we just finished my first full-length album. We've had 5 EPs. This is the first full-length album. It'll be entitled Two Sides to the Story. And we just released the first single 2 weeks ago. You can find it on all these.
What's the name of it?
The single is Record Store Days.
Record Store Days.
Record Store Days, yeah, that's the new single. And then normally you put out a single with just one song, but I just kind of thought it'd be cool to put two songs out like the old days, like a 45.
Right.
But so the second one would be better than that. So it's Record Store Days, Lado A, and then Lado B. That's a band.
Yeah.
Lado B.
Side A, side B, Lado.
B, will be better than that.
Yeah. So what do you hope that the audiences take from your music when they hear this?
I just hope they the storylines are the most important for me.
Yeah.
That's where I spend all my time in trying to create a little vignette. You know, once I get one line, then the movie screen turns on in my head, and then I try to make a little 3.5-minute movie. And
Yeah,
so, and people listen to music differently. Some just listen to the beat, and they, listen. So I personally, as a songwriter, I hope that people will look a little further than just the beat and the music, and try to listen for the storyline to see that little movie.
Right. Yeah, I was going to get into your songwriting process because you are a singer-songwriter as well. And so you mentioned a little bit about your creative process. You get a little vignette and you try to kind of pull it out and you start writing songs. And is it more collaborative? In other words, does it start with you and evolve? Do you involve the band, or does it evolve with the band?
Normally I come up with an idea and I'll develop it in order for me to present it to the band. We did a couple of songs 2 years ago, and where I actually said, let me try something different, and we went and we worked on the song collectively.
Yeah.
But normally I guess I'm pretty self-conscious about what I do. I like to knock it all out before I let somebody hear it.
Yeah.
Because it's hard for me to give you a half idea, and you're like, man, it's just,
Yeah.
I can't hear it. I don't know. So
What do you guys say about that?
I like to be involved.
You like that?
how does you hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, like what Tim was mentioning, we were able to get together and collaborate,
Yeah.
and we bounce stuff off. Music is organic.
Yes.
So when Max brought that to us, then I put a little bit of me on it.
Yeah.
And then it kind of sets different with him. And then he bounces something different off of Odie, and
Yeah.
then different off a different musician. And then we kind of put it all back together.
Yeah.
And then there's something beautiful
Yeah.
there. So
Yeah.
all of us enjoy being
A part of
it.
Yeah, absolutely. So, because I have seen your shows, and your live shows are full of energy. Y'all guys are really exciting when you go out and play live. So, what can the fans expect when they see you playing live? I mean, I see it that way, but what do you think those fans say when you play live? When you play live?
You see an old guy just happy to do it, seriously, it's like at this point, I've been doing it so long, from my perspective, it's just an old guy being appreciative. Like,
Yeah.
if someone wants to listen and someone wants to hire us, it's
Yeah.
like, man, I'm in the bonus.
Yeah.
So,
That's
and I'm
awesome.
going to have a good time because,
Yeah.
whether it's a benefit or a well-paying job, it's either on or off for me. It's
Yeah.
like, there's no like, oh, I'm going to have to dial it back because,
Yeah.
it's a benefit. No, it's either on or off.
Right.
And like I said, anything I do, I'm in the bonus
Yeah.
because I've been doing it for so long, and like, if somebody really wants to hear me,
Yeah.
hey man, that's all good.
Well, I want to thank you personally because Max and the Waysiders came out and launched and played for the launch of Viva Magazine Live back in December of 2003, I think it was, wasn't it? So, or
23.
yeah, it was in 23, and it was in December. So I want to thank y'all personally for coming out there and performing for Viva Magazine. We had a nice show. People loved y'all. I mean, they wanted to know who you were, and I said, well, they're local bands. I mean, they travel around Texas, and so they wanted to listen to you guys.
No, it was our pleasure.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank y'all.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, absolutely.
Here as well.
Yes, sir. So tell us about any upcoming performances that you have or that Houston should know about.
Yeah, we've got the single release party where we'll be celebrating the release of Record Store Days, and better than that, May 1st, Friday, May 1st, over at the Cowboy Surfer Memorial over off of Gessner and I-10.
Yeah.
So that's going to be the single release party, and then the following day we're going to have a single release party over at Spotzel's Brewery in Shiner, Texas.
Oh, yeah.
So that'll be Friday the 1st, and then Saturday the 2nd.
Yeah.
So it's just, debuting the new single.
Yeah.
And giving away the new single. I should have a few right now.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
we'll do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do you connect with your fans, especially with the Latino community? I know you have some connections, and especially in the East End too.
Yeah. Jug? Well, there's more. I think you're referring to social media. Is that what you're referring?
Well, I mean, either way, social media or the live performance.
Well, I know for myself, you know, when Tim says, "Hey, you know, we got something coming up," boom, I shoot it out.
Yeah.
And get the feelers out there, and you know, all the people that are interested, and they start clicking.
Yeah.
Like that. So primarily, that's how, you know, at
You
least
connect.
I do connect with is through social media.
Yeah. And so, do y'all connect with the Latino community? Do y'all do any more Tejano music at all, or
We do some live, you know. The cumbias always work. I don't care where you're
The
at.
cumbias, everybody's dancing,
Cumbias
right?
you cannot go wrong. But as far as straight Tejano, you know, that's going to be actually something that I want to venture into. Not Tejano directly like a Tejano album, but I want to do something. I've never done anything in Spanish. We have a song called Angelina, which is it has a real Latino feel to it.
Right.
It's got accordion on it, and you know, it's a really, you know, dressed up song, but it's sung in English, and this is the way it came to me. But the more I I've got a few ideas that I'm going to venture into and see if I can do something in Spanish.
Yeah, so my next question was going to be, what does it mean for you to represent your culture through your music? Because obviously you're all Latinos, right?
Oh, to me, it's everything, you know. I mean, we play a lot of different places, and the first thing, you know, they'll say is like, basically, I know what they're thinking, like, what's this guy doing here? Shiner Spotsels Brewery, Shiner, Texas, and the first thing they'll say is, what kind of music do you play?
Yeah.
You know, and I know where that's going.
Yes.
But I have to have fun with it because, you know, and I'll just say a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
You know, a little bit of everything.
Yeah. Well, you do.
Stick around and, you know, give us a chance, you know.
Y'all do play a little bit of everything. So you touch on a lot of little different genres of music.
Yeah, we try to because, you know, it's in us. You know, you can't, you know.
You're right.
I'm getting a long way. One time we had a promoter say, "Hey man, you guys played Maná," and I said, "Well, the crowd asked for it."
Yeah.
And I said, "If you go see a black band, they're gonna ask for Earth, Wind and Fire. If you see a country band, they're gonna ask for Leonard Skinner." So it just happens, and I'm here to play for the crowd.
That's
you know?
right.
So
that's right.
You know, so
that's pleasing the crowd because you got to.
Exactly. And we happen to know it.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I'm gonna get it back to them.
That's absolutely. Okay, so we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with some final thoughts with Max and the Waysiders.
All right, thank you.
Welcome back to Viva Magazine Live, and we're wrapping up with Max Rios and the Waysiders. Max, so we're almost at the end of the show. So what final thoughts do you want to leave the audience with? You want to invite them to your next show?
Sure, yeah. If you're in Houston, May 1st, we'll be over at the Cowboy Surfer of Memorial in Gessner. We start at 9, get there at 8:30, free CDs, CD singles. We'll be promoting our new single. And come on out, it's going to be a blast. If you're on in Shiner, Texas, over at Spotsels Brewery, we'll be there the next night, 4 to 7 on the Spotsels Brewery stage. Again, promoting the new single. I mean, I have other scattered gigs. We're in Lockhart at Kreitz.
Well, y'all travel all over Texas.
I like playing. We haven't played in Houston in over a year and a half. We haven't played since
Really?
probably your gig.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So we've had off and on starts, but yeah, I like to stay away. You know. Because I want to make it a nice party. You know, if you play every weekend, it's like, I've seen those guys, they're all hat.
Yeah.
You know, so I like to at least play twice a year in Houston.
Right.
So, you know, so this will be the first time in a year and a half since we played in Houston.
Right.
So Friday.
That was like,
first,
because y'all played for my launch party at the White Rhino.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, that's
That was
the last time we played Houston.
Yeah.
So.
That was a while.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're toward the end of our show. Thank you, Max Rios and the Waysiders and Odie and Joe. I really appreciate you. Y'all are just fun to interview, and your music is just fantastic. And It's been an incredible conversation of how all this music gets developed and created, and then you put it out, and y'all do a fantastic job. So if y'all are up for it, we're gonna hear a little short teaser of their music, or a taste for the audience to listen to Max and the Waysiders.
Saw you wearing that top-headed pin. I knew right then we were gonna be friends. All alone in a new high school. Oh, let me be the night coming to your rescue, yeah. Stroke of luck on a chance rendezvous, searching for the words just to talk to you. There's a place down at Alameda Mall with all the latest albums stacked wall to wall. The sound of your voice when I hear your laugh, my world just stopped when you said yes. We spent that summer at the record store, staring out in covers, getting lost in the art. Read every word, wondered what they meant, standing side by side in our innocence. Jumped to have a chance for a ride to the mall, hurried back seat, sitting hand in hand. Look out the window, watch the world go by. No weeks from summer's end. The scent of your hair in the evening air. Time stands still when you are near. We spent that summer at the record store, falling even further with every glance. Move down the aisles in a slow dance, wishing that the moment would never end. Every time I hear Tom Petty's voice, heartbreak's making that rock and roll noise. I'm standing right beside you, waiting on the next rewind button to that record store. We spent that summer at the record store, staring out in covers, getting lost in the art. Read every word, wondered what they meant, wishing that the moment would never end. We spent that summer at the record store. We spent that summer at the record store.
And thank you so much to Max Rios and the Waysiders for joining us today. It's been an incredible conversation, and thank you for watching Viva Magazine Live, where we continue to celebrate the stories that inspire and uplift our community. Be sure to follow us and like us on Viva Magazine Live on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and subscribe to us on YouTube. I'm Blanca Blanco. Until next time, Viva la vida. Hasta luego, Houston.